refocus. Nice. Now with all of that out of the way, let's get started. So a few days ago, I opened my YouTube analytics after a long time, and it hit me with this message. The engagement on my channel has been going down every day, and it's pretty clear why. I only uploaded one single video in the last month, and although it was my favorite video of all time, it nearly wasn't enough. It just wasn't. So I wanted to do some things about it, and before I go into much more detail about it, let me tell you a story. On the first day of class, Jerry Uelsman, a professor at the University of Florida, divided his film school students into two groups. One group was graded completely on the quantity of photos they clicked by the end of the course. That means 100 photos gets you an A, 90 photos gets you an B, and so on. Whereas the other group, the quality was prioritized for the grading. Students in this group were graded on only one photo. And to get an A, that photo has to be nearly perfect, which is nearly impossible as well. And if you don't see what's coming next, all the best photos came from the quantity group instead of the quality group. But why? Wasn't the quality group making the photos perfect when they working on only one photo? Shouldn't it be better? How did this happen? So what really went down is that the quantity group of students were actually taking a lot of photos. They were experimenting a lot with composition, with lighting, and making a lot of mistakes. And in turn, learning a lot from those mistakes. And through this repetition of taking lots and lots of photos, they honed their skill of photography and thus ended up with the best photos they could. Whereas on the other side, the quality group, they were only dwelling on the perfectionism of one photo. And they didn't experiment as much, neither did they learn as much. So it is pretty much a no-brainer that their best photo were of no match against the quantity group. But this was supposed to be a video about why I don't make enough videos, but why did I tell you that story? Same theory of perfectionism is the reason why. Because when I'm making videos, I often categorize myself as one of the quality group of students, because I want to make the most perfect video I can make, and sometimes that leads to me not making enough videos because I don't want to rush a process. I don't want to not give it my all and end up with a sloppy, under average video. But now that I think about it, only concentrating on making one absolutely amazing video is not really worth it when it comes to YouTube. Because on YouTube, the first thing that comes into play is, of course, consistency. And now that I think about it, I could have worked on more videos and have like 4 average videos up every month instead of 1 above average video every month. That would have helped my channel a lot more. And by the way, how do you like this background? I'm not very sure, but let me know. I didn't like the other one either. And about the whole production process, there are certain aspects of planning, scripting, and editing that I want to improve. There are certain parts of the video that I want to streamline that can save me more time. And there are basically a lot of things that I want to improve on. And if I dwell on the perfectionism like the quality group of students did, I will not make enough mistakes, and neither will I learn much. So I really need to prioritize things differently. I think I really had a nice quote about this. Okay, this one says, "It's not that you don't have time, it's just not a priority." And that really sums it up really well, because I have been procrastinating on making videos for the last 2 months. I made one video which was really amazing in my opinion, but I could have made more. Yes, I didn't have enough time to make a 10 minutes fully polished video, but I did have time to make maybe a 4 to 5 minutes not so polished video every week or every 2 weeks. Even in the semester. And this "I don't have enough time" bullshit is not really true in my case, in most cases. Because in any way I think about it, making a YouTube video is a better use of my time than playing Valorant. Now, don't worry my Valorant squad, I'm not quitting Valorant, because I will not possibly give up on the fun time we have every day, especially in the mess up whole world is going through right now. And I will not give up on the Sova Shock Dart clips, especially on the Sova Shock Dart clips.
Record. What the?
Now there is another very distinctive difference between the people who focus on quality and the people who focus on quantity, because the bigger aspect is freedom. And in any creative process, be it making videos or making art or anything of that sort, creative freedom is a really important thing for making innovative things and making things more immersive for the viewer. or whoever is watching your content. And when you are only stuck with one project for a long period of time, you don't have that creative freedom because you only get one chance. You don't want to screw this up, you don't want to try new things. But when you have a lot of chances of making a lot of videos, you really like to try new things out. And that is, I think, a really necessary step to getting good at anything. Now, to understand what it looks like to dwell on perfectionism instead of quantity, let me give you an analogy. Suppose you want to play tennis. Now you watch every game live, you rewatch their highlights 3 times, and you read all the books about tennis, you understand all the rules about tennis, and you basically become the most knowledgeable person about tennis. But are you still a good player? No, right? But if you have to be a good player, you have to play tennis as much as possible and make those mistakes and learn on field. That is something you can't do theoretically. Some things have to be practical. The thought that over perfectionism can actually be counterproductive against creativity goes a long way. It can be applicable in almost all parts of your life, even in your history paper. Like when you don't know the answer to something, writing a whole page babbling about absolutely nothing can actually get you some marks. Now that, my friend, is Quick School Life Hacks episode 1. I apologize. So in conclusion, from the month of May, I hold myself accountable to uploading one video every week. Okay, that's a little too much. I will try to upload as many videos as I can without hindering any healthy aspect of my life. Okay, so another thing that I plan to do is to get a small chunk of time every day and allot it to YouTube, because my god, scripting a video takes so much time. And I'm also planning to show you the whole process of how I make a video from start to finish, all the planning, the scripting, the shooting, the editing, and the post-production, and everything from start to finish. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Let me know if you want to see it. I can make a whole video about it. Okay, without all the babbling, in a nutshell, a lot of exciting things are coming. I should say a lot of things are coming and I'm really excited. I hope you are too. And I'm also planning to make some merch before the next semester start. And please let me know if you are interested in merch, because if I work really hard to make some merch and no one buys it, it will be really awkward. Wait for the really rough and short video. In the end, I really hope you and your families are doing fine. If something is wrong, prioritize yourself and prioritize your family over anything else. And best of luck for surviving this pandemic, and best of luck for your life. And announcement. Oh my god, I just realized I have been zoomed in all this time. But it's good, I guess. This much is okay. Yeah, this much is okay. I don't know what else I can see. Shit. That's too much. Zoom out. I think that's alright. Well,